Good evening, friends. I hope I am audible to all. In the previous lecture, we've seen the concept of marketing, and in that we learned like marketing is nothing but what people need, what they want, right? And providing this thing to them is one of the thing, right? Is the one of the concept of marketing that we discussed. So marketing means process of distribution of goods and services to customer, right? So this process we discussed, and there are basically two types of approaches, like product oriented approach and consumer oriented approach that we discussed. And one more thing we discussed in the introductory part, that is why marketing management is essential. Because to move product from customer to producer to customer, various hurdles are there, right? And product is not reaching properly or as per the requirement to customer, and for that purpose marketing management was the essential part. And we discussed various objectives of the marketing management, including to satisfy the customer, right? And various aspects we discussed related to objectives. Another thing we seen like distribution channels, and there we discussed like intermediaries are required, and they are classified into three parts: merchant, middleman, in that wholesaler, retailer, and another thing is agent. So wholesaler, retailer functions we discussed in detail, and I think we were at this point agent, middleman. So who is that person? Basically this person is operate for the commission only. So he is not actually a part of the buying and purchasing of the goods, but what is the role of that particular customer, this agent, middleman, providing the product to end user. But he is not an active part in this process, but he is getting the commission. He is not a part of the process, means he is not purchasing and he is not buying, but he is working as a middleman for selling the product, right? So here we can see like agent, middleman, channel component who help in the transfer of good from hand of the ultimate user without acquiring the ownership of the goods. Like in wholesaler and retailer, they actually buy the product, they have warehouses, but this person is not having warehouse also. Getting? So his role is to give that product to ultimate user or end user. So owner to end user. In between, he is not part of the purchase. Any kind of purchase, any kind of storage, he is not doing. But he is working for commission means what? इथून घ्यायचं आणि शेवटी द्यायचं, हे तुम्हाला घ्या, त्याला सांगायचं इथं पाठवून दे, राईट? आणि कस्टमरला सांगायचं इथून ते पाठवलेले आहे, तुमच्या घरी मिळून जाईल. So he's kind of agent, and in that process he is getting commission. Commission means some incentive, some finance amount he is getting. What the idea? So negotiate the purchase or sale or both, but does not buy the goods in which he deals. Negotiate means what? Bargaining and all this. ज्याच्याकडून घ्यायचं त्याला म्हणायचं कमी किमतीत दे, आणि ज्याला विकायचं त्याला म्हणायचं जास्त किमतीत दे, महाग प्रोडक्ट, right? So in between he is getting some margin, so we can say it as a commission. So he is an important link between producer and ultimate user. So he is a person who is not taking actual part in the purchase, he is not having warehouse, but he is getting commission, he is negotiating the things, and he is having some certain margin, and we call it as a commission or some incentive. Got the idea? So we discussed the intermediaries, merchant, middleman. So in that we discussed two people, wholesaler, retailer, and third intermediaries, agent. Third means obviously second classification, but this is the third person. Wholesaler is one, retailer is another second one, and agent is third one. Got the idea? Now who are the removing the hurdles in the marketing process? Basically these three people, right? So हे जर लोक नसतील, whether is it possible to owner or producer to dispatch product to end user? त्यांनी ते प्रोडक्ट बनवण्यामध्ये बिझी राहायचं का ते पोहोचवण्यामध्ये बिझी राहायचं? What is the role of producer? To produce the product, right? And to send that particular product to end user, these people plays the major role, and they are actually doing the marketing management. Obviously industry owner also have to take help of these people, and they have to make the proper marketing management, and these are the elements where uh, these hurdles are removed with the help of these people. They are the intermediaries, madhyasthi. They are not actually producing, but they are helping to make the marketing. What the concept of marketing management? So from the beginning, I think we have not written any kind of technical details related to marketing management. At least have you written the heading? I think we have discussed about the production manager's roles and responsibility. Below that, I think you have not noted the marketing management concept. So write a few sentences. I will dictate. You people have not necessarily to write all the slides. I will give certain points. This is the introductory part. So write down marketing management heading. Below that, one sentence. Marketing means, before going for marketing management, you should know the meaning of marketing. That's why I'm telling this thing. Marketing means the process of distribution of goods. Process of distribution of goods and services to the end user. There are two approaches of marketing. First one, product oriented marketing, and second one, consumer oriented marketing. Full stop. Below that, objectives of the marketing management. Heading, subheading, objectives of the marketing management. So first objective, to satisfy the customer. Then to increase profit for the growth of the business. Generate customer base for the business. We discussed yesterday, right? All the points. If any point you want to elaborate, we can elaborate. To generate customer base for the business. Next, to increase the quality of life of people. So in short, you can say standard of living. To increase good image, to create good image of brand. To develop strong distribution channel. to prepare policies for the promotion of product, to collect information about requirements of product, to formulate proper strategy for investment, full stop. So these many tasks marketing management is required. These many function marketing manager has to do, right? And if he is able to do this, then you can say like he is doing marketing management. Here we will write, there are three types of intermediaries, or two types basically. There are two types of intermediaries. त्याच्या खाली लिहा. They are also called as a part of, they are also called as a part of distribution channel. Below that, write down number 1. Merchant middleman. In that, write down small a, wholesaler, and second one is a retailer. And second again, agents. Agent or agent middleman also you can say. So to remember this thing, I have given these pointers. So again, this wholesaler, retailer, can you elaborate? I am going to give the notes, but at least you should have structure of the content. I will not dictate this detail part, but you understood the function of retailer, wholesaler. Is there any doubt? Where we just written the heading. In exam, you should not write the heading only. Below heading, you should write the explanation relevant to that particular point. So one more point, and you can say this is the last point of this particular chapter, that is finance or finance management. So who will tell me meaning of finance? Money, right? Finance management basically relevant to money management, right? So before going for financial management, let us understand meaning of the finance. So basically, it is a function of any business as money is required to meet the various activities of it, of that particular business. So financing is the one of the important function, like marketing is important, production is important. Like that, this financing is also important. If you will not properly manage the thing related to money, then your business may collapse. So that's why financing is very, very essential. So once again, let us understand finance is one of the important function like production, marketing, staffing in the business, and it is required to meet the whatever money related requirement is there. So that activity related to money is a finance. So financial management means what? Let us discuss again. So job of finance management is to the acquisition of the fund. So काय function आहे मॅनेजमेंटचं ह्या फायनान्स मॅनेजमेंटचं? acquisition of fund. Acquisition चा अर्थ काय घेतो आपण? Acquisition, acquire करणे, right? म्हणजे काय? Making a particular fund available, right? Maybe through stakeholder, shareholders, maybe through banks, maybe through partners, right? So acquisition of fund is one of the function of the financial management. इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये फायनान्शियल मॅनेजमेंटला खूप महत्त्व दिलं जातं. because to enhance the business, to run the business, finance is very, very important. And this management is a very essential part. आपण म्हणतो पैसा येईलच की, प्रोडक्शन केलं विकलं तर पैसा येईलच की. It's true, but management of that finance is very, very important part, and making that money available is one of the function of the financial management. As a firm continue to expand market and become larger, more diversified, greater control of financial operation become highly essential. कशासाठी पाहिजे? If you want to enlarge your enhance your business, expand your business, and if there are so many activity, diversified activity means maybe you need raw material purchase, you want to make the salary, you want to pay the insurance, right? You want to purchase new machinery, you want to pay money to supplier. So various activities are there. So for that purpose, this money is required, and for that purpose, financial management becomes very, very essential. So now, according to this philosopher Ogland, his meaning related to financial management is that how the corporation obtain the fund and how they use them. Corporation means what? Here meaning we have to take this corporation. Actually, there is a spelling mistake. Corporation, right? So organization indirectly you understand. So how organization obtain the fund and how they use them. Obtain the fund means what? ते पैसा कुठून आणतात, कसा आणतात? Obviously through shareholders, through selling the products, right? And how it use them. ते पैसा कसा वापरतात, कसा आणतात आणि कसा वापरतात, right? So this concept is called as a financial management. Again, हे philosopher's opinion आहे, and it's true. पैसा कसा आणायचा ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्ये आणि तो कसा वापरायचा. Obviously ample fund must be there and it should be used properly. ज्यांना हे समजलं, so that person can make the financial management properly. Sufficient fund नसेल तर काय होईल? If fund is not sufficient, various functions may stop in the organization, and if you not use them properly, then what will happen? Your shareholders, your share rate will go down and nobody will invest in the organization. As simple as it, right? So making fund available, obtain the fund, right? And use them properly. So this is the definition according to this philosopher. Objective of financial management. Let us discuss one by one in detail. To make the required capital available, this is a basic function recently we discussed. Required capital, जास्त पैसा पण नको, कमी पण नको. Capital म्हणजे investment, मनीला पण आपण इथे capital investment म्हणतो आपण. So to make the required capital available, required is very, very important word here. जास्त पण नको, कमी पण नको, required. Working capital किती लागते, salary ला किती लागते. So as a this finance manager, that person should know all the details. Salary ला किती लागणार आहेत, raw material ला किती लागणार आहेत, right? So this is important thing. Effective utilization of the capital resources. Effective utilization. पैसा आलाय shareholderचा, मग कसाही वापरायचा का? Definitely no. There is a certain task, like you are not able to meet the requirement of your customers in the market. तुमचा plan छोटा आहे. So what is your role here? How you will use fund effectively? You should enlarge the organization, right? Employee salary वाढवण्यापेक्षा planned enlarge करायला पाहिजे. In that case, right? कारण तुम्हाला काय requirement आहे in the market? Customers are demanding the products. Expand केला तर ऑटोमॅटिकली तुमच्या एम्प्लॉयची सॅलरी तुम्ही जास्त देऊ शकाल. पण आधी सॅलरी जास्त देऊन तुमचं प्रोडक्शन वाढणार आहे का? डेफिनेटली नो. So it's your skill, it's your role to use effective capital in the organization. To give reasonable rate of returns to the investor. Reasonable rate to investor. Who are the investors? Shareholders, partners, right? Who are the investing in your organization? They are the investors. ज्यांनी पैसा गुंतवलाय ते सगळे इन्व्हेस्टर तुमच्यासाठी. So giving the reasonable rate of return. बँकेमध्ये त्यांना 5% मिळत आहेत, त्याच्यापेक्षा कमी देऊन उपयोग नाहीये. नाही तर ते पैसे काढून घेतील, राईट? 4%ने तुम्हाला 4% रिटर्न दिला. So he will say like in bank itself without doing anything, I am getting the money. Why I am taking risk here? for highest return only. And if you are not able to give them, so it's mistake. People will withdraw the shares and nobody will be invested in your organization. And without money, you know, nothing will happen in the organization. Poor coordination between other department. Proper coordination between other department. Proper coordination means what? Related to purchase. Purchase department ला किती पैसे पाहिजे? Training department ला किती पाहिजे? Employee train करण्यासाठी, right? So how much money they need? So this kind of coordination is very, very essential. Then search right source of capital to raise the capital. Right source of the people. Maybe कुठला तुम्हाला सुटेबल वाटतो? एखादा तुमचा पार्टनर म्हणतो की मी जास्त इन्व्हेस्टमेंट करेल. इट्स बेस्ट ऑप्शन, राईट? सो कुठली बँक कमी खर्चामध्ये कमी इंटरेस्ट मध्ये कर्ज देते, राईट? सो टू सर्च दॅट अप्रोप्रिएट पर्सन इज द रोल ऑफ द फायनान्स मॅनेजर and it comes under the finance management. Negotiation with the financial institutions, banks. Negotiationचा अर्थ काय घेतो आपण? रिसेंटली आय हॅव टोल्ड बार्गेनिंग वगैरे, की कमी इंटरेस्ट रेट मध्ये द्या, बाकीचे 10 मध्ये देतात, तुम्ही 9% मध्ये कर्ज द्या, लाईक दॅट, राईट? सो सच काइंड ऑफ निगोशिएशन अँड बार्गेनिंग इज द रोल ऑफ द फायनान्स मॅनेजमेंट. एवढे काम, दिस मेनी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स दिस फायनान्स मॅनेजमेंट शुड डू. दिस मेनी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स आर देयर. And what is the ultimate objective? Ultimate objective is that required fund obtain करायचा in the organization and how it should be used there. Obviously properly as per the requirement. So function of the finance management, again certain functions are there like financial forecasting. Financial forecasting is judgment how much money is required. Then deciding upon borrowing policy. Borrowing policy means उष्णेवारी पैशाची पॉलिसी काय आहे. So that policy also should be decided. Negotiation of the outside finance. आता सांगितले मी तुम्हाला, right? Negotiation means bargaining. Investment policy decision. So from whom we should take the loan? किती टक्क्यापर्यंत घ्यायचं? सो डिसाइडिंग दॅट पॉलिसी इज ऑल्सो रोल ऑफ द फायनान्स मॅनेजमेंट. दिस इज ऑल्सो फंक्शन ऑफ फायनान्स मॅनेजमेंट. डिव्हिडंड पॉलिसी डिसिजन ऑर अलोकेशन ऑफ द नेट प्रॉफिट. आपल्याला 1 वर्षामध्ये 1 करोड प्रॉफिट झाला. सो हाऊ शुड बी डिवाइडेड इनटू द व्हेरियस स्टेक होल्डर ऑफ द ऑर्गनायझेशन. डिव्हिडंड म्हणजे काय? समभाग. प्रॉफिट मधला समभाग डिव्हिडंड त्याचा अर्थ होतो. डिव्हिडंड म्हणजे प्रॉफिट आलंय आपल्याला आणि ते आपण कोणाला द्यायचं, किती प्रमाणात द्यायचं. सपोज देयर आर 5 पार्टनर्स, सो 1 पर्सन इज नॉट हॅव्हिंग ऍक्टिव्ह पार्टिसिपेशन, he just invested, so you can reduce the participation, this dividend, right? So dividend policy is the role of the finance management. Cash flow and requirement, so from where our money is coming, where it is going, right? That path, deciding path and following that particular path is the role of this finance management. Then management of fixed asset. फिक्स्ड asset म्हणजे काय येतं? बिल्डिंग, मशिनरी. फिक्स्ड asset म्हणजे तिथं ते फिक्स आहे, लँड आहे, राईट? मशीन्स आहेत, बिल्डिंग आहे. व्हेरिएबल asset म्हणजे काय? तुमची वर्किंग कॅपिटल वगैरे ती व्हेरी होते ना. सो दिस इज व्हेरिएबल asset. सो हिअर इट्स रोल इज टू मॅनेज द फिक्स्ड asset. मशिनरी झाल्या, तुमचे बिल्डिंगचं प्लॅनिंग झालं. So it comes under the fixed assets. So managing that also is the role of the finance management. ऐकू येते का ते डिस्टर्बन्स मुळे पलीकडे? ऐकू येते? Okay. Working capital requirement or its management. Working capital means money required to day-to-day expenses. Day-to-day expenses म्हणजे काय? कंझ्युमेबल वगैरे लागलं किंवा टूल्स लागले. So to operate your organization day-to-day basis or daily expenses, you can count under the working capital. So managing it is also role of the finance management or function of the finance management. Checking upon the financial performance. Checking upon financial performance means what? Whether we are getting ample returns on our investment. So checking that thing also is the role of the finance management. Supervision of cash receipt, safeguarding of the cash balance. Cash security, cashier lock पैसा locker मध्ये पाहिजे ना, right? So safeguarding that finance money is also role of the this particular department. And cash receipts also. उद्या म्हणलं एखाद्याने मला बिल मिळलंच नाही, मला पैसे मिळलेच नाही, so received on that cash receipt is very very essential. It is a legal proof. So safeguarding that, securing that is also role of the this finance management. Then proper custody and safeguarding the important valuable papers, bond papers astil, maybe insurance policy related documents astil. So all related important document is the role of or function of the finance management. कागदपत्र आपण म्हणे पैशाचा काय संबंध आहे, कागद बट these are the valuable documents. बॉन्ड पेपर वरती बरेचशा फायनान्शियल टर्म्स कंडिशन्स असतात, right? Insurance policy is also one of the part which is also related to finance. So safeguarding such a legal document is a role of the this finance management or finance manager. What's the idea? So what is the finance? What is the role of that particular manager? What functions are expected? What function they do? Any doubt in this? Preferably, engineers are not getting this role in the industry, finance related management. Engineers are getting hardly purchase, quality, production, design. So such a roles you may get, but this HR and financing, this role rarely people get. Rarely, म्हणजे त्याचं MBA वगैरे असेल, then that person may join the HR department. But this finance, most of the time, this CAs and MCOM people, specialized qualification they refer for such kind of posts. But we should know, right? Because we are also engineers, also part of this particular section, as we discussed, like coordination between various people, various department, right? So this is essential. So is it essential to manage finance? Is it essential? गरजेचा आहे का? So at least you become agreed, means you understood the importance. Financial management is important. Even your pocket money. So take small example. Finance management नसेल तर काय होतं? Heading will be a financial management, or just heading will be finance management. Heading will be finance management. Finance management. आपण कुठले कुठले management पाहिले? Production management we discussed, marketing management we discussed, and recently we discussed finance management. Okay. Write down one point, finance. Below that, I am giving the pointers, right? For your IAC preparation, notes are available, PPTs will be available, but you may be limited to word. That's why this discussion is very, very important. Your participation is also important. In any doubt in finance management? If no, then finance, write down the meaning. It is important function of any business. It is important function of any business as money is required to meet various activities of various activities of business. Various activities of business. Below that, financial management. In that, write down first sentence. You also can make these bullets. This is we call it as a bullets. तर थोडंसं पॉइंटर फॉर्म मध्ये लिहिलं तर चांगलं वाटतं. जॉब ऑफ फायनान्स मॅनेजमेंट इज टू द acquisition of funds. Acquisition of funds. Second sentence. Greater control of, write down second sentence, greater control of financial operations become highly essential due to expanded market and diversified functions in the organization. Diversified functions in the organization. म्हणजे वेगवेगळी कार्य वगैरे ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्ये असतात म्हणून ते गरजेचं बनतं. And this is the role financial management has. So according to Hoagland, financial management deals with how the organization obtain the funds and how it uses them. Below that, objective of the finance management. Objectives of the finance management. First objective, to make the required capital available. Second, effective utilization of capital. असं पाहिजे ना, to make effective utilization. Objective, to make effective utilization of the capital. To give reasonable rate of returns. Next, to maintain proper coordination proper coordination between various departments then next to search right source of capital to search right source of capital to make negotiation with financial institutions and banks, etc. Do you know difference between financial institution and these banks? Functions of finance management. Add first, financial forecasting. Financial forecasting. So we heard the word forecasting, right? कोणाच्या लक्षात राहिलं meaning forecasting? calculated, yes, calculated prediction, right? Correct. Then deciding upon borrowing policy, deciding upon the borrowing policy, negotiation for outside finance, investment policy decision, dividend policy decision, cash flow and requirements, management of fixed assets, working capital management, checking upon financial performance, लास्ट अपने से कंबाइन करूयात, सेफगार्डिंग कॅश बॅलन्स, safeguarding cash balance, comma valuable papers, comma insurance policy document, etc. Got the idea? Any doubt you want to ask related to finance management? काय काय करायला लागतं त्या मॅनेजरला? Obviously these many functions that person has to do. If there is no any doubt, then I have completed this unit, but one more content behind syllabus I have added. So do you heard about content behind syllabus? Every chapter there will be one point, and content behind syllabus means it is not in our syllabus, but it may be somebody in the syllabus of somebody, maybe IIT, any autonomous college. So this is the R&D management is the point. R&D means what? Research and development, because basically it's our engineer's role. Nobody will manage this R&D, research and development, right? So R&D management is the process of designing, leading, and R&D processes. What is it? Process of designing, leading, R&D process. That designing आलं, त्याच्यात R&D process leading करणं आलं. So it refers to innovation activities. So we know meaning of innovation and invention. So we are not, it is not expected for invention. So innovation activities, whatever resources available, what are the facilities available, based on that making the innovation, right? So it refers to that also. Undertaken by the corporation in developing new services, products, etc., improving existing services or product. R&D मध्ये काय होतं? आपण म्हणतो रिसर्च अँड डेव्हलपमेंट चाललंय, पण काय होतं? सो इन सिंपल वर्ड आय वांट टू टेल, actually there is a improvement in a previous product or new innovation. Invention nahi, innovation, right? So making the innovation in the existing product, or making innovation for new product, and making some certain changes in existing product and improving that. So if you improve by 1% also, you can say like improvement has been done. So R&D department has various functions like continuous improvement in a product, satisfaction of the customer, need to check feasibility of production, and optimum design. So first you understood immediately like continuous improvement in the product. Continuous improvement. आज 1 किलोचा product आहे, उद्या 1 ग्रॅम जरी कमी झाला 999 ग्रॅम तरी तुमच्यामध्ये इम्प्रूव्हमेंट झाली म्हणायचं. वजन कमी करण्यामध्ये तुम्ही सक्सेसफुल झाला. So it is not continuous improvement, maybe not 1% also. It is not necessary like काहीतरी वेगळाच बदल झाला पाहिजे असं नाही. आज थोडा बदल, उद्या थोडा बदल त्या प्रोडक्ट मध्ये, त्या पर्टिक्युलर डिझाइन मध्ये, राईट. So continuous improvement is one of the task, one of the function R&D department do. Satisfaction of the customer. So what customers are expecting, satisfying them is the role of the this particular department. They need to check feasibility of production. तुमच्याकडे कस्टमर येईल रिक्वायरमेंट घेऊन, I need so and so product, but you have to check whether it is possible to produce. So where it is happening in R&D department. Feasibility means possibility. कस्टमर काय पण सांगेल, त्याची रिक्वायरमेंट आहे, बट तुम्हाला फिजिबल आहे का, वेदर इट इज पॉसिबल टू यू. सो वेर इट इज चेक्ड इन द इंडस्ट्री, इट इज चेक्ड इन द R&D डिपार्टमेंट ओनली. ऑप्टिमम डिझाईन, कमी खर्चामध्ये कस्टमरला परवडलं पाहिजे, तुम्हाला बनवायला परवडलं पाहिजे, किमती पण तेवढ्याच मापात असल्या पाहिजेत. So this kind of thing is coming under the optimum design. So making the optimum design is the role of R&D department. Got the idea? So this is the content behind. Shortly I have told. Basically it is not in syllabus, but it's essential. Like because you people are doing actual role. Production मध्ये सगळेच production मध्ये नाही जाणार. कोण design मध्ये जाईल या sector मध्ये. So there you need softwares, you need analysis softwares, you need optimization softwares, right? So it's basically your role. Intentionally I have brought it for your content behind, right? So we'll write points and then we'll take attendance and we'll stop. I write down the R&D management heading. Before that heading must be there, C1.7. So I think it was C1.8, right? Attendance word I think he has heard only. Okay, R&D management, in that function of the R&D management. So just we'll write only these functions, 4 functions. Continuous improvement in the product. Continuous improvement in the product. Satisfaction of the customer. Need to check feasibility of the production. And last one, optimum design.